Alright. Catastrophic. Alright, so we're gonna review a replay of Kàtàstrophic. He is silver 4. Alright, let's see what you do. Let's see what you start off with here. So you're going Doran Shield against Taliyah. I like that. Let's see what your runes are. You invested more into AP. You don't have any AD, which I don't agree with. I love having AD early.
30 seconds until
AD early is just super fucking strong. You know what I mean? And it'll help a lot with your early all-ins. But you decided to go AP. And I guess that'll give you a decent amount of damage anyway. But just know that your auto attacks won't be doing as much. Especially when you go Doran Shield, you're able to trade autos a little better. Okay, so let's see what you decide to do here. You don't want to push. You want to just stay in the middle. You want to keep the wave unpushed and just in the middle so that Taliyah is forced to overextend. Okay, get those minions, that's fine. You're gonna heal this up just a little bit. Okay, looks like she's gonna hit 2 first, so you want to be mindful of that. So you just want to farm it out. So you're gonna hit 2 right about here. Try to set up a Q, but I guess your Q is down. Yeah, you don't want to jump in on that because it's gonna shove in the wave. So you want to step back just a little bit. Okay, so your Q is back up. When she goes for that minion, you can go for a trade. Nice, nice. She has barrier. Okay, good trade, good trade. You could have tried to have blown barrier there with Ignite. That would have been fine too. But it looks like you want to keep that kill pressure up and try to wait for her later, which is fine. Once you hit level 3, I hope you pop your potion. This is the time to pop your potion because you're looking to kill her once you hit level 3. So you want to pop your potion right about now so that you're healthy. And you want to stay on par in terms of health with her. Okay. Okay, so if you notice that if you use all your abilities like that, you can't use that, like her opportunities of her overextending to actually trade. So your EW is up now, so you should go in, EW, you should ignite, ignite. And she's dead. Okay, well played. So you just want to shove out this wave here. And back. Okay. Let's see how much gold you have. You have 900, about 1,000, so I will go double longsword into potential boots if you can buy it. But you don't have the money for it. So you buy a ward and refill potion, that's also really good. Now let's see. So Jarvan gank's top, so you know that they're gonna be around top side. Are you warding down here? You warding bottom side. It's actually okay. You just gotta make sure you hug it, knowing that Jarvan is top side. So wave is pushing towards you, so you don't want to push too hard. You want her to overextend so that you can jump on her. Jumping in on that dagger might be, yeah, was not a good idea just because there was a lot of minions there. You didn't really want to shove out the wave too hard, so now you want to pop your potions here. Okay. And let's see. Yeah, you're going to ward topside for Jarvan, that's good. Okay, she misses her. I think you could have actually went for a better trade there. So, you dodged the W, which is good. You eat W, which is good. And you could have maybe moved, like, the moment you see Taliyah's shit go like this way, you maybe want to move like up and like left and right of where she is. That it's just easier to dodge her shit like that. You want to keep her guessing, you want to keep her moving as well. But once your shimple came up, you should have like eat W to try to like get an aggressive trade on her again. That also would have worked too. Pop another potion. Let's see what she's at. So here, like, mainly in this matchup, you want to just set up Qs because that's probably the easiest way to get to Taliyah. If she does overextend, if you find her overextending a lot, then yeah, you can definitely like eat W. Eat W here is a little risky because she's full health. So you went for pretty risky trades and you ended up getting pretty low, and that's pretty bad because then Taliyah has more control over the lane. So try your best not to force too many trades. Okay, so you're level 6. She has barrier up again. So at this point, you want to just shove out. If she's like full health and you don't think you can actually kill her, which I don't think you can, to be honest. Well, first of all, she has barriers, so that's one thing to keep into account. But even if you didn't, I think just the level difference, well, not the level difference, but the health difference makes it so that it's very hard for you to kill her. So at this point, you just want to shove out. Let's see, did she put the wave? She put the wave in a really awkward position. Look, so when you're looking to shove the wave, you have to look at your own wave first and see where her wave is at. So if you shove out this wave and she can hold it, she can put it in front of her tower to where the minions won't tank the turret, and it'll put you in a really awkward position. So at that point, you have to shove. So then there's this. You're trying to poke her out or whatever, but she's able to freeze the wave like in front of her tower, which puts her in a very good position. Very good position, very bad position for you. So here, what you're looking to do is try to shove out. It's still gonna shove into her for a while. So it looks like you're back here. You're just backing out. You decide to ward here. And yeah, you kind of just want to get the XP at this point. But it is going to push in. At this point, even if she like freezes the wave here, if the next wave comes, it's going to push into you because they're going to tank the minions. They're going to tank the wave. So they're obviously going to die first. So you can just play this out patiently. See what's happening bottom. Nothing's really happening bottom. Let me see. During this whole time, there's a whole time where she did freeze it. Maybe you could have tried to do something aggressive, but at the same time, your health didn't let you. So yeah, I guess you were better off just staying mid. So yeah, the minions are pushing in, so you just wait. Wait. Remember that when she's level 6, oh my god, you can go for aggressive trade here. I think you could have shoot put onto her for sure. Okay, so you got a pretty decent trade-off. So at this point, when she's low, if she decides to stay, you want to get super aggressive because you have ulti and ignite. As long as you dodge your W, you're fine. So if you eat W onto her when she's at like lower health, then you were definitely guaranteed a kill, probably even through barrier, as long as you dodge your W. That's the biggest thing. Or take advantage of any kind of cooldown. She might W here. So again, you put your wave in a weird position because you can't stagger like whether you push in the wave or not. You either have to decide whether you want to push the wave or you do. So then like when you threw out the Q and it landed near the minions, you're obviously pushing, right? But the timing was off because the minions are already coming in. So you either want to wait for the minions to fully come mid and then push, or you want to just not push it at all. Because then Taliyah's just able to freeze it again if you don't keep track of your minion wave. So here, she freezes it again. So you're in that situation where you have to force, like you have to shove in this wave if you want the wave to reset. But Taliyah's kind of like shoving in the wave a little bit. Okay, so Jarvan decides to come. Hold on, I did not see that actually. So you see Warwick down there, and then Jarvan does decide to come up. Okay, and you flash the EQ, that's fine. How much gold do you have? 1300. Okay, so when you're in this position when you know it's frozen and you're gonna have to sit around for a while, instead of overextending, you could have backed. That way Jarvan wouldn't have to blow your shit. Because like if the wave is here, then Jarvan's gonna be like, oh, maybe they'll push up, maybe they'll gank. Maybe I can get a gank off. So here, instead, like Taliyah's not really shoving the wave because she knows that it's in a good position. So here you could have just backed, maybe pretend that you're sitting around and just come back with items. You could even get like, you could have gotten like a revolver and boots potentially. Yeah, no, maybe Sork shoes here if anything, because you want to be able to dodge Taliyah's shit. So Sork shoes probably would have been the buy. But instead you decide to stag around. You don't really get to do much here. If anything, potentially in this kind of situation, you're looking to hug the top side because you're warding top, right? So if Jarvan comes, maybe you didn't realize soon enough, but if Jarvan comes, you could like walk up this way instead, because you know this is your safe side, and on top of that, Warwick's over here too. So potentially, oh, sorry, potentially you could have turned as well. That's another thing. If you go ward aggressive, like ward one side, make sure to take advantage of that one side. All right, so here, what I would do is, because you have a lot of money, I would just shove it in. She has barrier, but she should be dead here. Yep. Barrier does, Ignite does kind of beat out barrier because Ignite lasts longer. So if anyone does barrier, like does have barrier, and if you Ignite like late enough, then it'll still go through. But here the wave is, let me see if it was a good idea for you to go in the first place. Let me see. So you set up a Q, you go in, each W, she ends up back in there, you dodge a W. Yeah, I think that was fine, but I think at this point you didn't have to walk up. Like, you could have just walked down away from the Taliyah and know that it was gonna kill her anyway, but you wanted to like dodge this, but just know that this takes a while for it to pop. Like, this takes a while for it to pop, and it slows you down, and that's it. See, it doesn't pop like for a while. You definitely could have walked down for sure. So just keep that in mind. You don't always have to watch out for like Taliyah shit, but here the wave's kind of in a bad position just because like Taliyah's gonna be able to come back and pick up some of these minions. So let's see how your other lanes are doing. Other lanes are winning pretty hard. Bot lane's winning hard, so you don't really have to focus bot lane too much. Mundo has a Spectre's Cowl, so it's going to be really hard for you to kill him. So at this point, you do want to just focus on your lane. Infernal Dragon's up, so try to put yourself in a position where you can get Infernal Dragon, because it's super important. Herald is also coming up as well. So what you want to do here is, you can either gather your team, because bot lane's really ahead. You can gather your team to like get Infernal, but what you have to do in the mid lane is you have to shove in the wave so that she is forced to stay on their tower and farm, or she's gonna miss minions. So again, you're putting the wave in a weird spot. Like, just keep in mind that like if you shove in like that, it's okay to miss some minions, but if you shove in like that and the player is good enough to take advantage of you, then you can like lose so much farm. I've had players do that to me. Okay, so you go for the tree. What did Taliyah get? Taliyah actually has Catalyst, so she's actually pretty tanky, but she doesn't deal as much damage. So you see something happening. You see what happens if you push in the mid wave. If you push in the mid wave like this, Taliyah is forced to farm under tower, right? So this gives you an opportunity to roam. That's if you're a heavy roam style like player, then you want to be constantly doing that. You want to constantly find opportunities to shove in the wave when you don't think you can find any kind of advantage within the lane, or like if the enemy doesn't give you any opportunities, then you want to just shove in and just keep him under tower as much as you can while you go roam. And then once you go roam, you want to come back so you don't lose any minions in the middle. I mean, obviously, like, you're gonna get to where you have to first, so that's already a plus, but ideally you want to come back when the wave meets back in the middle again. Okay, so you decide to go for this roam, but instead you decide to sit in this bush to try to see something. Let's see. You guys can definitely dive the Draven here. This is a 4v1. But instead you guys decide to get the Infernal. Yeah, Draven was definitely free. Okay, notice that you don't really have to help out here. Yeah, you're fine. Okay, so you come back when the wave is like still bunched up and not at your tower, which is good. That's ideally how you want to roam. You want to shove in the wave and use that opportunity before the minion wave actually meets in the middle for you to like find openings to do stuff. Okay, so let's see. You have 1,000. Okay, so you're gonna push down this tower. Taliyah's over there. I need water. Okay, so here, like, because she's at her tower, it's very hard for you to kill. So at this point, I would just shove out. The wave is pushing towards you because you can tell because the cannon is tanking. So a lot of times cannon does do a lot. when it comes to like pushing. So it pushes back in the middle, and you still you look around, right? Look around, see where everyone's at. Remember, you have to constantly do this. You have to constantly look at around the map to see what you can do and what kind of advantages where you can find. So here, if you notice that bot tower here is gone, right? So that means your team has more control over around this area because they can't run back here. Let's say your team goes into this jungle, then we have ways out. We can go around here, we can go here, we can go out here, just because they don't have the tower. So you want to try your best to take advantage of it. If you shove in the wave like hard enough and the wave isn't coming for a while, you can potentially try to find a roam here or like pressure here. You can go in, ward, or whatever. What you can do here is, if you're having trouble taking this tower, get your bot lane to help you focus this tower. You could potentially go bot. Let's see, what's Draven's score? Draven is 0-2. So if you once you get Gunblade or whatever, you can like overpower Draven because he's the one splitting, trying to farm, and bot lane is 2v1ing mid, so they have a better chance of hitting the tower. So this would allow you to get more farm. It'll make Draven a little harder for him to like farm as well, and if he gets too close, you can kill him. When you're rotating down here and telling your bot lane to go mid, you should go over here and see if you can like catch him off, because you have control of this area. Top lane looks pretty hard because Mundo it's weird, he has a Spear Visage against the fucking Fiora, so you don't have to really deal with the top laner. Top laner's already losing his lane by himself. So yeah, you want to be pressuring here the most, especially the mid tower. Mid tower is definitely, but you want to pressure the mid tower by bringing your bot lane mid. That'd probably be the best way. So I'm curious on where your bot lane does decide to go. I completely skipped everything that happened. Alright. So you don't have any vision on the sides. Potentially a ward. You don't have a ward either. Okay, so you decide to go on this Taliyah, which is a little ambitious of you, but you do have support here. Okay, you do have Q. Okay, let me tell you something. Okay, so you Q-E'd and then you eat W, right? What else do you have to respond to this Taliyah? You have E and ulti. Well, you're gonna have your Q up because you are maxing it first. It seems like you put 3 points in the Shimpo first. I don't know. I don't really agree with that, because I just like having Q on a lower cooldown, like at all stages of the game. But you don't have much to react to this guy. So why are you chasing here? Are you trying to like E ulti? You know, like what are you exactly gonna do? This was all unnecessary. I think you should focus less on trying to kill your enemy and focus more on trying to apply pressure on the map and trying to get objectives. But then again, it is silver, so it's very hard to play objectively. So I guess I would promote more mechanical plays and knowing how to pick up kills, and then naturally like having you guys push in, because I feel like that's what silver is, you know. But look, you got bot lane, mid lane, right? I think you're looking for something to happen here, and they might actually overextend because you guys are low. They might pressure the tower, but that's a very bad move on them, and I don't think they want to do it. So you should leave them mid lane. Yeah, go back. Okay, yeah, Mundo's very tanky. Okay, so Blitzcrank mid, so here you want to back. Bot lane goes bot. You're better off swapping, but I guess it's silver, so like there's really no sure way of doing like playing the game, I guess. It's pretty wacky. So you get Gunblade, and you see bot lane having a fight. They're probably gonna, knowing silver, they're probably gonna try to push down this tower because you guys are low. I wouldn't be surprised, but they're not. So the moment you see them back off, just move back up. Looks like you're trying to make a pick here, but honestly, yeah, I don't think you guys can. So you just want to move mid. Ooh, fight coming. Oh, you didn't have to jump out there. Okay, EWQ. Okay, now you guys take this mid tower. Let's see. Jarvan was full health, so was Taliyah. I guess they're too low to actually go up. But you guys should have probably seen this. But you get the kill on him anyway. E back. Q. E. E. Nice. And you don't have to auto for that. You didn't have to flash auto for that. Ignite was going to finish her off anyway. So here, you notice how Draven's getting a lot of free farm? Yeah, that's what happens when you swap lanes. Usually the support is going to go around and roam, like the Gragas. And Draven's going to be left alone farming bot. If you don't, like, apply that pressure bottom, a lot of times they're just going to free farm. Potentially they can come back in the game. So either you want to, like, have someone match with him so that he's forced to go mid lane, like, with the support. Or you want to just make plays around the map and take advantage of the fact that he's not there. Okay. We make a pick here. Okay, Q. Okay, so here your team is pretty strong. But you have to back here because you took a little too much damage and you can't really push down the tower. Bot lane gets the tower. Fiora and Mundo are still doing their own thing. So right now what you want to do is you took down this mid tower, right? You want to apply a pressure around here. Whether it's you get sweeper or whatever, you want to apply the pressure here because there will be a lot of picks made. Because they don't have both the towers here, this whole thing is exposed and it's good for you guys. This game is very stompy, so if you want to know how to push your lead, control the areas where you know you have advantage. So like, obviously, if the enemy walked in here, they only have like this way to go out. Like here, here. But because they don't have tower, you have this whole entire space to work with. And on top of that, they lose vision here. So like, let me switch vision. See, you see how much vision they lose when you don't have this tower? You lose so much vision like in the mid lane. So that's why towers are important, and you guys have to understand the importance of towers in the first place. Look how much vision they lose. Look how like restricted they are. They have to sit around here while you guys have this whole entire place to work with. So take advantage of the fog. Take advantage of the lack of vision that they have from losing towers. Clear their jungle and make them scared to go into their own jungle. You know what I mean? That's one thing you could do for your team, and they can work around it definitely. Just clear wherever is like exposed. So you could have gotten like a sweeper here or something. Do you have a sweeper? No, you decided to get yellow trinket. If anything, you should be warding here because it also covers dragon as well. Ooh, that flash. Okay. You might be able to get 2 kills here. Okay, EWQ. EWQ. And then... Yep. Okay. So 3 of them are dead, so you want to just look to push down whatever you can while they're dead. Tip. When you're pushing towers, it's smart to push out this wave for 2 reasons. First reason is you don't want your minions to get distracted. You want your minions to be able to hit the tower as well. So you want to clear these minions so that they don't, you know, start attacking them. Second of all, in case anybody decides to come, you already got all the farm. So like here, Draven comes in, right? Draven comes here and you could have taken this whole wave, because honestly, priority, you can't take down this tower, like without a doubt. It was full health, so you want to get as much as you can. You know what I mean? So you're better off taking the minion wave with that. I don't think Draven is able to kill you here. Okay, he misses his ulti. Classic. Okay, so Warwick's getting Dragon. Let's see. Everyone's back. Yeah, it's weird because you keep like taking too much damage. And what that does is... Actually, wait. How healthy were you before? Oh, one thing. If Draven's coming up here, you could definitely just run this way. That's fine too. But you should put onto minion. And yeah, that's also one thing. On top of that, you want to stay as healthy as possible and try to match it with your team. So that's why people want to reset. When people reset in a league game, it means that they all want to just back, buy, be healthy, and make moves together. So you want to put yourself in that mentality where you want to sync up with your team a little bit. You know what I mean? So that, like, it's not like, you know, oh, Jinx and Blitz are ready to, you know, go into there and push while you're not because you're low health. You have to get used to the fact that, like, you have to get used to just resetting and making sure that you and your team work together to push objectives rather than just you doing things solo. Because I know, like, this tower was a good idea, but it's better if you guys were like full health, grouped together. Let's say this was at full health, right? You like make a pick in their jungle or whatever, and then you guys get the tower together. That's a lot easier. It's a lot more guaranteed. And you should get into a mindset of working as a team rather than, you know, you want to be making calls. But you decide, you get the plants here. So now you guys are full health. You see Jinx and Blitz going for the Taliyah, and you guys decide to go down here. Get the blue. Okay, so you see Blitz and Jinx having a tough time. Oh, but you're going for the Jarvan. Jarvan's really healthy.
Blue team's turret has
So
been
you have
destroyed.
Blitz and Jinx in the mid, right? I think your siege is pretty good because Jinx has pretty decent range with their Q, and Blitz can kind of scare off whoever decides to come close to that tower because he can hook whoever he wants. So if Warwick's down here, what you want to do is you want to be pressuring this mid lane, and once Warwick pushes up here, if they make it harder for you to push down the tower, you want to rotate down so that everyone's still here while you guys are already ahead of them, rotating down here, and you guys would get that tower. So Mundo's still top, so you guys are clearing. See, getting those kind of trades off is very... See, you're at half health again. You gotta get out of, like, the habit of taking free damage for no reason. And the key word here is no reason. You going in and eating onto that Taliyah wouldn't have done anything. Q. Okay. So you see Warwick pushing in, Fiora monkeys. Okay. Auto ignite, W, it's fine. So you guys are very strong. So you guys are able to actually 4v5. Okay, Warwick's going, but honestly, like, okay, no, if Warwick does come and you guys actually, he gets like a good ulti off and you guys make a pick, well, you guys can, this can actually lead to a mid tower, so. Okay, so Warwick's behind him. Now you're looking to walk up. Now you're looking to walk up. But you get too close to the Taliyah. Double dagger. Okay. Now you guys killed them, right? 3 of them are dead. Stop recalling. Stop recalling, everybody. Stop recalling. No. Tragic. I know how bad you guys want that top farm, but imagine getting this tower. It's all about towers, guys. Do you guys understand that if you guys take this tower, you have even more control of the map and they lose so much vision? It's super important to focus towers. It doesn't matter if you're low, it doesn't matter if there's farm. You could get that farm afterwards, but it's more important to get towers. It's definitely more important because it'll lead into more things. When you back and try to get farm and look for gold, you're only looking to get stronger, and that's not what you want to do. You want to be able to control the game. You want to put yourself in a good position where you can make plays rather than just purely outdamage your enemy. You know what I mean? So you have Fiora shoving bot and you decided to walk mid. So the pressure should be up here at this point because Fiora is better off splitting, right? You want Fiora to stay split. Dragon's not coming up and Baron is up here. So if Fiora were to drag any kind of pressure down here, drag any kind of pressure down here, maybe like 2-3 people, you're able to do something here. So definitely look to control the top side here, because once Jinx kills it, again, this area is going to be exposed. So take control of this side. You can pressure, you can pressure mid with Warwick and Blitz or whatever, but just know that you can also rotate up afterwards. That's what you want to do, because Jinx is normally the person that kills towers because she's ranged, she's the ADC. So you want to push in and try to drag people here and then rotate up while Jinx is pushing up. We'll see if that position is correct. Let's see if it actually works. So you see Jinx is walking up here, right? You see everyone walking mid. Okay, Warwick decides to engage on this Jarvan. I'm just seeing how this fight unfolds. I think you could have killed Jarvan there, but I think you messed up the combo a little bit. Let me see your abilities and cooldowns during that whole thing. So Warwick ultis onto Jarvan, right? You eat W. Okay. You didn't Q. That was your problem. You could have killed Jarvan after like all the CC happened, and you could have ulted or something. You know what I mean?
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
So Jinx ended up getting that tower on her own because there was hard commit mid. So I guess it worked out. But now you guys are looking to get these two towers because they're easier to get. It'd be best if Fiora were to split top. If you made Fiora split top, it's better because she's able to pressure the base towers. So then, like, it's also harder for them to react here. So then, like, if Fiora's up here and they want to react down, it's all the way down here. Like, they have to walk this whole entire way if they want to defend this. So it's best to pressure, have Fiora pressure top and you guys pressure bottom, but also keep track of Baron and make sure that they don't get it. Okay, so you guys decided to go bottom, but someone needs to go mid. Jinx decides to walk up like an animal. Probably could have flashed there if she tried to attempt to dodge the Taliyah W. It seems like she didn't. You guys definitely dragged way too many people bot, because even if you guys are looking to push this, you need someone mid to hold them off so that it pushes back towards them as well. You don't want to just throw all your pressure bot lane and leave this whole area just like pressureless. At least like get the wave or something to prevent them from pushing in as well. I guess it was kind of Jinx's job, but she got caught. Pretty bad on her part. So hopefully Fiora does push in. Let's see how much money you have. You have 1,400. I probably would have backed here. There's nothing gonna happen, and during this whole time you probably could have backed. Just know when to reset. Okay, so you get Sorchees here, and I'll probably get an Amp Tome. Yep. Okay, so Fiora is gonna split top, right? Nope. But just look at your bot. Look at your bot minions. You guys want to be pressuring and using that bot turret. Blitz could get a flank on this guy Because honestly, look at this guy. He is overextended as fuck. Okay, okay. I'm gonna prove a point here. Let's look at this Draven's vision, okay? Wait. Okay. I don't know how the fuck they see you here, but alright, let's look at this Draven's vision. So okay, this is warded. This is warded. So he thinks he's safe, right? Jarvan's over here. There is a ward here. Blitz shows up slightly. I guess he missed it. Oh no, he's around. They clear it. And then there's 3 people, but Draven just, I guess he just doesn't realize. But I'm trying to prove a point here that the amount of vision they lose around here is immense if you take down the towers. So it's easy to take advantage of this area. It's easy to make plays. And I think you guys are going to go for the Draven here. Draven would probably be the best one. Let's see who he hooks. Close. Taliyah decides to wall. I'm pretty sure Fiora can just Q out. Okay. Gragas' support. From instead. Q. The ulti. He didn't land on the dagger. EWQ. Okay. Okay, so they fucked up their engage there. So you guys just push down the inhib. And then let's see. Death timers are pretty short. So you guys want to just take down this mid tower. But they decided to come back. So yeah. So let's see. Let's see what you have to work with now. One sec. So what you have to work with now is you have an inhib, you have Baron up, they have mid tower, like here, the outer tower. So what you could do is you can have Fiora split either top or bot. If you have Fiora split top, you're looking to try to get the mid tower. But it's gonna be a little harder. So if you have Fiora bottom or mid or pressuring like or on the other side, you guys can set yourself up for Baron. So it's either one or the two. But you do have a Blitzcrank, so what you want to do ultimately as well is you want to control this entire jungle. I would probably control this side because, you know, Baron's always dangerous. It's always a possibility. It's always a possibility. So you can just make picks with the Blitzcrank. You make picks with the Blitzcrank around here where the pressure is, which is Baron just being up, and you guys able to just like go in and do it. Then you can definitely just like pick one off and get a free Baron. But you see Mundo and Draven down there. Draven's making a terrible mistake. So you guys can actually probably get a free Baron here as long as Jinx is with you guys. Where's Fiora? Fiora's up there. You guys decide to make a pick. You guys see, like, this is exactly what I'm talking about. You see how Gragas is trying to ward Baron because that's where the pressure is. Let's see the vision on their side. There's no vision around here. None. Look how dangerous it is to walk in. This is overextending if you lose your towers. Okay, so Gragas decides to leave. Kills. That's all silver players care about. Kills. When you guys could have probably just pressured Baron here. Probably got the Baron holding Jinx decides to come up. But you guys decide to pick up the kills because it's so easy to get. Okay. You're probably gonna go for the Draven to try to get the Penta. Okay. And let's see. Yeah, that's Baron. These guys get the Baron, you guys go back. Now, next move. Fiora should reset. She has 2,800 gold. I don't know what she's trying to do here. She has to reset. Ugh. Oh, well, you guys should reset and just probably push top. Fiora's already pressuring, but if you're ever a top laner or a a split pusher, don't do what this Fiora is doing. What she is doing is she's pressuring while she's the only one pressuring. That's her problem there. Like, I know in this case she's just gonna back up and she's gonna be safe. I'm just saying, if you're ever in a split push situation, make sure there is pressure somewhere. Ideally, you want as much pressure on the other side as much as she's pressuring as well. So like, if this minion wave was like up to their tower, then it's perfectly fine to be up here. But at the same time, she should be backing and buying. Oh my god, is Fiora dead? No, Taliyah is dead. Oh my god, Fiora. Wow. And she monkeys so hard. But the game is over. And it freezes. Okay. So let's go over what you could have done better. Let's see your build here. So you went Gunblade, the Zhonya's, Voice Staff. Let's see if you have anything to actually Zhonya's on this team. Okay, so when you use Zhonya's against this team, you have to do it before you get knocked up by Taliyah. You gotta do it before you get hit by Jarvan. You gotta do it before you get hit by Gragas ulti. You know, so like, Zhonya's here I don't think would have been a good buy. Purely because, first of all, I don't think he really used it. I didn't see you use it at all. Second of all, like, it's very hard to react to those kind of things. You'd rather just dodge them. You'd rather just move and not get hit by the Taliyah ulti, or Taliyah W, or J4 knockup. But if you're in that position, yeah, if you're in that position where they're all focusing you, yeah, that's fine. But your team is very ahead. So at this point, you probably want to get, if you want to get something defensive, I think Rallies would have been better. If anything, probably Haunting Guys into probably Haunting Guy. I would have gone the Haunting Guys. Because it does help you scale, especially if you're really strong, especially if you have a lot of kills. Early game, you gotta manage your wave better, because you put Taliyah in positions where she can just free farm and freeze the wave, but she didn't because she's silver. But just know that once you go up in rank, the people are gonna freeze the wave on you. So you don't want to put them in a safe position like that. You want to constantly be pressuring. Watch where your minion waves are when early in the game. Watch where they are and decide whether if you want to shove it or not. Either you wait for the minions to come to the middle, then shove, or you don't shove at all. Like, you don't shove and then you wait for the minions to come in, and I guess it's ultimately the same thing. I think the Voice Staff was a good buy. So there's that. Turns out your combos, I guess I didn't really see like huge mistakes. But if they're really close to you and you want to eat WQ, I think you should try to aim the E better, if that makes sense. If they're really close to you, you don't want to just like eat WQ. You want to like maybe Q, eat, I don't know. I guess eat WQ is fine. Just know that you have to aim your Q as best as you can. Even if they're really close to you, you have to make sure you find the path that they want to run, so that you can like follow up on them afterwards. You know what I mean? I think the objective game is definitely, you gotta understand the importance of towers. I think that would have made your game a lot easier. If you understood that once these towers are dead, that you can pressure inside the jungle, then that's what you want to do. That's what helps you win games. That's what helps you push your lead. Towers. Taking down towers ultimately will lead to a lot more pressure because they lose a lot of vision, especially if you have a Blitzcrank. If you have a Blitzcrank, then that's just picks everywhere. Just ward all over their jungle and just take advantage of them and watch if they overextend. Do you see how that Draven was just walking up there? He was just overextended. That's very overextended because he didn't have a tower. He had a tower here, but he didn't have a tower here. So he was farming around here and had to walk back all the way over there if you wanted to get into any kind of safety. So keep that in mind too. Definitely have like the split push and keep track of that. Fiora has exhaust, which is kind of weird, but yeah. Also keep track of Baron. I think more or less you should take advantage of towers. I think that really helps a lot. Like, especially in this elo, just observing this game, enemy is gonna fall for it a lot. They're gonna fall for Fog of War like a lot, and they're gonna walk in just mindlessly without even thinking of the possibilities. So take advantage of Fog of War. Get Sweeper, walk around, and sweep as much as you can and see where there's no vision, and take control of that whole area. If anyone decides to walk in, you kill them. You know, that's also how you make picks. So if you want to like push a tower, but you know they're pretty annoying and you can't really push into them, you take control of their jungle, sweep it, and then when someone steps out of position, you kill them, and then you push with because you have the advantage. Nothing really happened after the inhib died, so I can't really say, but if the inhib is dead, try to pressure the other side of the map. And yeah, I think overall, like, this game was pretty stompy, so I guess I'm just showing you ways to like push your lead better. And I think you did a pretty decent job. Yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. Alright. Good game, Catastrophic.